Well, welcome back. Yes, I see the Good Morning Naija show, and our very first guest still on the line, Ogabala Zaka, now oil and gas expert and public affairs analyst, and we want to discuss this matter of deregulation. Yes, we don't do back, we don't do fronts. This administration say, I know they pay subsidy, we know they pay. We will not pay. Who are you to pay? All of a sudden, we come here and say, okay, we they pay, we they pay, we they pay. Later, they say deregulation is here to stay. Yes, and Nigerians go pay the money when they on top. Small time, government say, actually, we're going to extend this subsidy when they pay for the next 6 months. So were you really paying before? Whether then they do, I mean, they know they do. The gist when they be say, if better say this deregulation will finally come, how much will they likely to they pay when it come? But most importantly, why be say government they do moonwalk on top of this deregulation matter? Edward inside studio here with me and Oga Zaka there with us via Skype. Oga Zaka, good morning.
I agree to now. I agree what way they listen to us and people they watch us.
All
yes,
right,
sir.
we say if we collect the greeting, come out.
Yes, sir.
Oga Zaka, this matter where we say we they do, let's say they do parade. If we go front small,
we go back.
We'll come back small. Then we'll come stand for middle. Then we'll come collect stand for podium. What do you feel they really happen on top of this deregulation matter? How you see this thing to play out in the next 6 months? Where we say government don't give us a period of grace.
My people, the grammar no understand. That's anybody they understand what when they do it in the now only that person pain and in spirit I go tell you this thing they work out, but because of the way work out, from the way we don't reach, from the kind place we work for this oil matter, I tell you, say, I don't some cantons oil matter a lot. I don't work with companies where don't stay for Niger Delta. He don't work for Niger Delta. Nearly all the way they Niger Delta, I feel beat my I beat them and I do all those things. Anybody with a oil field for 25 to 30 years, that person say that person no be oil field in practice. Now so me one grammar. So because of that, can't direct where then they sense they.
Oga Zaka, you know to go up with there's some very important things they talk with the miss am.
Yeah.
We go try dial you back. If this one no work, we could put am maybe by phone call because we really won't get the detail of what's they happen. Lots of distortion they happen and your sound they break. So maybe if our producers we convert them to phone call, so that yes, go there easier because the idea really now to hear you than to even see you make we really get this gist about what's in the play out on the matter.
We dey wait to see whether these 6 months where government won't put as grace, it go really change anything because that 6 months, what's the use? Say you won't put things in place before the 6 months go reach.
And we don't say not possible.
You not possible. Or you just want delay the 6 months so that Nigerians, according to what they talk, Nigerians don't go too feel the pain. But if you give us 6 months, after that 6 months, we go still feel the pain.
Or maybe the subsidy collectors just want to make them get better soft land.
Maybe they get soft land, they may not say, okay.
Say you as parting gift.
As parting gift, say, oh, yeah, just they collect this one, make on go in the next. But no, we won't know. These 6 months, so you won't give us as grace. What is the use of the 6 months?
Yes.
Waiting, you go change. Which things you want put in place? We go help the Nigerian people, and we go also help this the marketers them. So themselves and not go too verse. We wait to see what government won't put in store for this matter, but just giving us 6 months ahead is like pushing our pain forward. Because if the price of the pump price go up, we go still pay after that 6 months. Yes. We go still pay. There's something we can do about it as a matter be. People they fear say if we enter 200 and something, sure you go feel enter motor, but unfortunately, now waiting with the look with that 200 and over 200 per liter, no go be something where people go feel easily adjust with. Now we they pay 162, 165 thereabout, and the matter still the red.
We'll go adjust.
It's still the red. We need 162, 165. It's still the red. Okay, but let's say Oga don't come back. We could try and whether it's in clear now.
If you just repeat your response to our very first question about the drama when they happen for this sector.
Shall you hear us, Oga? All right, you hear us? Okay, we won't try to connect again via phone call. We say we could try on the second time whether I go clear, but the matter still very, very rough for there. You know, say now over internet now we do most of some of the conversations now, but we will try our best to make sure say we won't make sure say the detail no lost. Be like say it's over the phone now.
All right.
Yes.
So Oga Zakabek, when they explain to us the breakdown of the drama when if you say they happen for this deregulation matter, I better continue.
Okay, una they hear me well?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. We dey hear you well.
Okay, me been tell una say when we start this grammar, me been dey tell una say all the language where our leaders they blow, and some kind people where they confuse, they transfer their head, go enter lagoon. The thing no green me understand. The thing no dey me clear. I want to start by telling una say this oil work, this oil where people they talk, me sabi the work. Now something where me go study very well. Me don't stay Niger Delta well. Nearly all the oil fields where they this Niger Delta and outside this Nigeria, me don't work for all those places. Anybody where saying don't stay for this Nigerian oil and gas industry, we don't stay for like 25 years, 30 years, we say he no know me, then that person no be for this Nigerian oil and gas field in practice. The counting way our leaders they do. If I begin tell una how that thing they shame me, una eye go come up from in socket, una tongue go come up from una mouth. Me they tell una the truth thing, and me don't reach the level where me no go fear anybody, as long as the thing where me they talk na correct, and as long as that thing where me they talk, if you like, go check out for internet or go check out for the people when are their organization and then they check oil where we they call OPEC. If you like, make you go carry out for those Obonge people when are their country people they gather leaders where then they call United Nations. If you like, carry me go there. When I stand, as long as the thing where me they talk now true, I will discuss them with you now. This approach where our leaders, this kind of system where our leaders they talk about, me won't tell una say it no go ever help Nigeria. It go only carry us, go put us for dustbin. It go make other countries go they laugh Nigeria. It go make people today see us like yeye people. Me won't talk on this oil matter. If not 10 hours when I want make we talk me they ready make we blow.
Can we not come get that 10 hours? So when you talk about say what thing government they do now go make the world laugh at us, which of them
things, yes.
say the fact say they won't continue with subsidy for the next 6 months, or the fact say we won't come do deregulation? Which one you feel say that bad policy inside?
First of all, make me won't tell you something. When we talk that word where they call subsidy. Subsidy no be Nigerian grammar. Subsidy na Oyibo people grammar. Subsidy, the meaning of subsidy no be Nigerian come create am. So Nigeria no go fit turn their head, say especially our leaders talk, say that grammar called subsidy no they exist. In real Oyibo grammar, then they describe and say subsidy na economic cushioning concept. Economic cushioning concept be say the pain where people they go through, where they suffer. Subsidy be say it supposed to reduce what you they go through. That one means say if na hospital you they go, you suppose get drugs. Subsidy suppose make the cost of that drug today low. If na school where your children they go, or you where the old papa or old mama won't go that school, subsidy suppose make the thing they less. So even when they talk about this petrol and diesel and kerosene where we they talk, when you talk about subsidy all over the world, all the Obenge leaders where they this don't agree say that subsidy now is supposed make them that thing where you supposed get, where supposed suffer your head, make you grow gray hair like me, meanwhile you be young boy. That subsidy is supposed to reduce that pain. So subsidy is a globally accepted cushioning concept. It is not a Nigerian concept. Then me won't tell you about this deregulation. I talk 10 years ago, I talk 5 years ago. Me, they talk today with una in 2021. Deregulation go carry Nigerian head and Nigerians go jam block. Anybody will say na lie, make we wait again, make we see what will happen for 2022. By the grace of God, me, they talk to now about 2021. Subsidy na very wrong concept. But make I go talk small grammar. When you won't look at country, discuss how you go repair country, whether na education or oil and gas or health or whether na school or it gets something where they call restructuring concept. And that those restructuring economic concept, then they for the one where me know, other people feel know the one way past my own. The first one, then they call them privatization. The second one, then they call them liberalization. The third one, then they call them commercialization. And the fourth one, then they call them deregulation. All these ones where me mention for owner, then they work. But the thing where you go do this, you go look the area where you go apply them. When you apply them, it will work. For the way Nigeria be, where we need this petrol and diesel and kerosene, the regulation now go carry our head, knock for ground, break them to pieces. And me won't explain how the regulation be in simple language, make everybody understand. A given example of deregulation where supposed to work, now be this ordinary bottled water. This bottled water, I want to give up on an example. They don't deregulate the price. That same bottled water, you fit enter one hotel, buy one bottle of water, 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira. That same bottled water, when you come out for street along the road, people go, they beg you, make you buy 100 naira or 70 naira. Now the regulation be that. But if you look at that deregulation of the water, you go see, say Nigerians know they complain. Why Nigerians know they complain? Now because you get different ways where you go fit get that water. We know they import the water. You fit go fetch water for river, country and drink am. You fit dig your well, get water. You fit go borehole, get water. Now so the regulation be. So now sweet thing, if they apply them for the sector where go make and work. Another example where me won't give now of the regulation now rice. Whether you bring in imported rice or you no bring, you see Nigerians they worry. Now because you get what you they call Ofada rice, you get Abakaliki rice, you get KB rice, you get Kafanchan rice, you get Ikurudu rice. So nobody go bother. Because we know they fit go bother to go bring all the rice come. But the reason why the deregulation where then they apply for our petrol now very wicked thing. And now the thing where go turn our head, make us look yeye now because first of all, we they import the petrol. Now import the petrol. Then secondly, the Nigerian money, this naira, when you carry and go outside, it be like paper. It no get value. So every time you won't go get that thing, that petrol bring them, we go suffer. We go pay them for the petrol. We go pay for the thing we go carry and come where they call ship. We go pay security people we go escort and come reach Nigeria. We go come pay waiting then they call insurance. And when the petrol come reach Nigerian ocean, Atlantic Ocean or Nigerian water, if no place where that ship go hang, now so you go they gather something where people they call demurrage. So before the petrol come reach with domot, it go cost. And when people like me they talk, they say the thing where then they take from clean and filter and make the petrol come. Then they will come out. Then they call them crude oil. Crude oil they here for Naija. How something go there inside your Sokoto, you go come go say you want go Sokoto go look for the thing. Something no they worry you for head. So now the example me, anything where me go bring peace for this Nigeria, I will talk am like person when a primary schooling go.
So Ogazaka, so for you now as it be, you don't already give all this breakdown as the matter be. You don't already talk. So of course the regulation go everly wound us, and now because say we not they even refine this product, we they import at the end of the day. Government on one side they one corner they talk say we not fit continue to they pay these marketers billions, they budget trillions for subsidy, and you already talk say that subsidy na concurrent concept as it be. So to you, because just get one minute now, whether you feel say na the solution, if you look government as you don't talk and say that they talk true, if you look government face to face today or your economic team, whether you go prefer as the solution to this oil and gas issue?
First of all, this is the solution. Because the raw material, the crude oil, they here for Nigeria. We go where then they go bring the crude oil, where then they call them wellhead or Christmas tree. From there, we go move them to the places where refineries they. Whether we won't use tanker, we won't use train, or we won't use pipeline. Then we go filter and where then they call refining. When we go filter and we go do everything in Naira, we go sell them to Nigerians in Naira. We go save our Naira. The first thing where that thing will do, we say, this foreign currency where then they call dollar, we don't go to bother ourselves. I don't mean say we don't go ever see go get spare parts. Even if you get car here, sometimes you go to import spare parts.
True.
So before you know, we go to treat them here in Naira. So now our Naira we go to consume. If you go places like China, they know they ever go any country, go import products. Then if, apart from that, another thing will go help us. As you see all these West African countries, they don't get crude oil. So what do we go do? We say, when we refine here, the one where we use, the remaining one, we go control railway lines, go all those countries. Then we go put depot there. Before you know, now our technicians and engineers go to control those depots. Now our accountants go to control those depots. Before you know, we go to control the economy. Now so people they do. So this Nigeria, no green, you understand.
Okay, so just on the final note,
yes, on the final note, yes.
So maybe just get your own opinion. Right now, as people don't they shout that matter, now you make government turn their eyes, say, I could try revive one of our refinery.
Yes.
We'll talk about this Port Harcourt refinery. When they want to spend $1.5 billion on top, person don't describe them as scrap. Other people say that $1.5 billion reach to build new refinery. If we really mean to do local production, just in a nutshell, what will be your take on that matter? When we do new refinery, we repair.
We fix them because when you go that outside, the thing no go ever end. We go become slaves. Then another thing when me want tell you now, that thing where they call modular refinery, modular refinery, you know, they produce petrol. People don't know. Even people who go school, plenty don't know. Modular refinery, now only diesel we go produce. But now petrol we need. Hairdresser need petrol. The barber need petrol.
Okay, so
Ogazaka,
Ogazaka, for you, we need to repair the refinery, right?
Yes, and if we continue with the regulation, make una mark my word, by this time, a liter will reach between 250 and 300 naira. And anybody will say na lie, make God keep us alive, make una see.
All right.
The regulation will sink us, not be better system.
Thank you very much.
Capitalist system, and the people where they encourage them, they call them economic vampires.
All right, then. Thank you so much,
you.
Oga Balazaka, oil and gas expert and public affairs analyst.